Hey everybody, it's me, King ETL, and before you watch this amazing video, as you've seen per title card, I have a very important announcement. Now, the videos for the next 2 weeks might be coming out kinda scarcely, because I am going to a camp, a really fun, awesome place I go to every year. I'm gonna make sure I record a special video for you guys so you can see all the fun, crazy adventures I get into for the next 2 weeks in the wilderness and whatnot. So, with that being, the little announcement thingy, there will be a few videos coming out. I have one that I will have prepared for you guys so you won't miss me. And there should be one coming out from our own Ricky. Now, on to the real video. It's cracking, everybody. You're here with me, King ETL, and I have a very special video for you. Now, as you know, I am an animated person, if you will say so myself. I enjoy cartoons. To this day, I still watch a lot of cartoons. And my favorite cartoon channel is Cartoon Network. Always has been, always will be. Cartoon Network, if you're listening and you want to hire me, that'll be really great because I have good ideas. But me looking for a job is beside the point. What I have for you today is an important video for me. It is my top 10 cartoons from Cartoon Network from my childhood. Now, the way I made this list is a little bit differently from my top 10 Cartoon Network cartoons. I'm basing the ones that made the biggest impact on me as a child. And the way I'm starting this list is there's a few rules. First rule, the show had to be airing currently in 1997. Meaning it can either start at 1997 or it can be playing through 1997. And the other rule is it has to have aired by 2013, nothing after. Why is that? In 2013, I was 16 years old. And more or less 16, 15, around the age when you start high school, I feel for me is when your childhood kind of stops. I mean, it doesn't die. Childhood never dies for anybody. But I'm saying it just stops. You gotta start making more adult decisions. You gotta start taking breaks from a lot of stuff. So those are the only rules. Without further ado, let's start this top 10 countdown. Number 10. And my top 10 cartoon from my childhood, number 10, is Animaniacs. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why Animaniacs? Well, first let me give you the briefest thing about Animaniacs. Animaniacs started on Fox Kids in 1993, moved to Cartoon Network in 1997, and aired there until 2001. Now, for me, Animaniacs was one of my cartoons, one of my favorites growing up as like a little boy, because it was always just so wacky, funny, and crazy. There was always so much going on with Wacko, Yakko, and Dot. And then it was like they were the main characters. Then you had another whole cast of characters, and it was like, what am I gonna see today? Am I gonna see a Wacko, Yakko, and Dot episode? Am I gonna see a not Ren and Stimpy? I'm sorry, Pinky and the Brain episode? Am I gonna see a Lassie? It wasn't Lassie. What was that dog's name? You know the dog I'm talking about. Buttons trying to save the little girl. You never knew what you were gonna see because they had such a list of characters, and every episode was like compiled of a few shorts of each different character. I mean, you had Chicken Boo, you had the Good Feathers, you had a lot of stuff to work with. It was funny, it was crazy, and a lot of their personalities rubbed off on me. If you know me well enough, you can tell I am definitely either a Yakko or a Wacko with a little bit of Dot. Number 9. My number 9 favorite cartoon is the Looney Tunes. Not the Looney Tunes show, the actual Looney Tunes that started in 1930s on movie projectors. Now, that's a weird time period seeing your cartoons in movie theaters, but hey, you gotta roll with the times. Now, they came to Cartoon Network in 1992. I just checked that to make sure it's right. October 1st, checked it again to make sure it's right. So 1992, October 1st, Looney Tunes started showing on Cartoon Network. Why do I like Looney Tunes? Same reasons for liking Animaniacs. You get comedy, a large range of cast, and everybody has their own type of personality. You have the Bugs Bunny, who is the sarcastic comedian, always getting a leg up over somebody, always outwitting. You have Daffy Duck, the kind of dumb but hilarious character that's always running around doing his own thing. You got Porky Pig, the nice sweet pig that gets roped in. You got Sylvester and Tweety Bird, the whole cat and mouse chase, kind of like Tom and Jerry. You had everyone. And it was like the way Cartoon Network showed it, you never really knew what you were going to get with every episode. It's like, what am I going to see today? Am I going to see a Road Runner? Am I going to see a Tasmanian Devil? It was wonderful. It was like, I would say it's like winning the lottery with some of these episodes, because you get my favorite, of course, being the Bugs Bunny episodes, because I love watching him outwit people. Then you get other ones. I love seeing the Tasmanian Devil do something. I love seeing Wile E. Coyote try to catch the unstoppable Road Runner. It was just a perfect thing to watch, and it's still perfect to the day. Looney Tunes show was meh, but that is for a different story. On to number 8. Number 8. 8, yeah. Number 8 is the Powerpuff Girls, the OG, not the new one, the OG, 1998, November 18th. Those are the Powerpuff Girls that I'm liking. Now, this show kinda gets a little sentimental to me, because it was like, I always used to watch it with my mom when I was little. Always on Friday, she would get off of work, we come sit down on the couch and we watch Powerpuff Girls. That was always our routine. And Powerpuff Girls was funny. They had a good type of humor. They had okay morals and lessons in there. It was colorful. Then they had those adult jokes that I love to see in any cartoon series, because those are the best. Because when you get the right type of adult jokes in a cartoon series, you have the overall factor of people are gonna rewatch this for nostalgia, and they're gonna catch stuff. And so far, every cartoon I've listed has a slew ton of jokes you won't get until you're an older age. So anybody who hasn't seen the original Powerpuff Girls in a while, if you're about 15 or 16, watch them now. It's gonna be a good laugh. Number 7. A number 7 cartoon that I adored was Totally Spies. Now, in this day and age, I can wholeheartedly admit I loved watching Totally Spies every day. But back when I was a kid, you couldn't just come out and say that, because Totally Spies was a girl show, according to kid logic back in the day. Now, it was a French and a Canadian cartoon. Hold up a second, because I'm about to give y'all a little bit of details. Now, it first aired on ABC Family November 1st, 2001 in America. But the thing is, it came to Cartoon Network in 2003, and that's where I started watching it. So that was kind of hype. But the funniest thing, it actually, even though it's a French and Canadian cartoon, it didn't come out in France and Canada until an entire year later. I don't know why that was, but I find that funny. But Totally Spies, basically, you kind of get a Charlie's Angels type deal. You get three. I can't say teenagers, because I believe they were in college girls, basically, who work in this spy organization with this old dude, Jerry, that kind of looks like Alfred. And basically, they get all these high-tech spy weapons and gadgetry that look like normal girl products, like laser lipstick or tornado blow dryer, stuff like that. And as a boy growing up in 2003, letting people know you watched this was kind of embarrassing, because it's all the ew cooties or whatever it was we hated about girls in 2003. But I loved the show. It had good action, the characters were awesome, they looked good. It was just all around fun for me. I know it's fun for a lot of people now. It had a spin-off called The Amazing Spies that was pretty good. If you got access to watch it again. It's a really good show. Number 6. Pick up sticks 6. Yeah. I gotta give it to the Ed Boys. Ed, Ed, and Eddie came out January 4th, 1999. Yes, I'm reading it off of something because I don't want to get it wrong. And here's a little thing. Nickelodeon, you fucked again. Now, here's what happened. Ed, Edd n Eddy was originally pitched to Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But the creator of the show was like, I want creative freedom. And Nickelodeon was like, nah, you do what we say. And Cartoon Network was like, oh yeah, sure, you can do whatever you want. That's why it came on Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon, how many times have you lost a good show? I know you lost Adventure Time. Ed, Edd n Eddy 2, and I'm just finding out? Jeez. Let me talk about the show a bit before I start frying Nickelodeon. Ed, Edd n Eddy was basically about 3 boys all sharing the name Ed. You have Ed, E-D, Eddie, E-D-D-Y, then Double D, who was also goes by Ed. And basically the entire thing was they loved candy called Jawbreakers, which were these huge oversized candy balls, and they didn't have any money for it. So every episode is them trying to figure out a new way to scam kids out of their money to get candy. Now, I know it, like, to the new kids that must be watching this, it doesn't sound that appealing, but that show is hilarious. The slapstick in that show is perfect. And you never forget the sumo sound. It is the best sounding thing. Like, it is honestly pleasurable to my ears, that sumo sound. If you aren't doing anything and haven't seen the show, or your parents wouldn't let you to watch it because it was bad, watch it right now. Because I will admit, that show made me into the greedy, money-loving person I am. But that show was so good, it was so worth it, and I love money still. Number 5. Now we're getting down to the end of our list, going to the top 5. Now, starting my top 5, Teen Titans. Not Go. I repeat, not Go. Although Go is okay, but not Go. The original T-E-E-N-T-I-T-A-N-S. Those were the Teen Titans. Let's go. I had to do that, I'm sorry. But Teen Titans originally came out June 19, 2003. 65 eps, 5 seasons, and a movie? You can't beat that. Now, Teen Titans, they started introducing me into DC because, being the black Negro that I am, I did not read comic books growing up. I didn't start till recently, but I always loved superheroes, and the only way I would know about superheroes is whatever they shown on TV. And watching this, you get to know about all these superhero teams. But Teen Titans Go also told really good stories with actual meanings. Now, Teen Titans Go, it's a comedy. I know it was made as like a satire comic book turned to a comedian show, and you can't top the original. And Teen Titans Go addresses that all the time, because originally they taught lessons. Now, without going too far off track, cartoons nowadays, when they teach a lesson, it's like this character does something bad, everything spirals crazy out of control, then it gets resolved. But older cartoons, it was like this character does something bad, and there will be minor changes. It wouldn't be just extreme, extravagant explosions everywhere. It would be like people would get hurt, people would be sad, stuff like that. Stuff that would touch the character emotionally, stuff that would touch you emotionally, and you just lose that. Like Teen Titans it's had episodes about racism, it had episodes about acceptance, moving on in life, not holding grudges. This show was wonderful, and I encourage kids to actually watch it. If there's any kids watching this now, watch the original Teen Titans. I mean, Teen Titans Go is it's good for satire comedy, but if you want to learn more about actual heroes and actual life lessons that will help you in the future, watch the OG Teen Titans. Number 4. I'ma be real with y'all kids. Y'all don't got nothing scary this day, do y'all? The Goosebumps movie was a comedy. Back in our day, Goosebumps was scary. But I'm not talking about Goosebumps. I'm talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog. This show, to this day, gives me nightmares. Like, it twisted my mind. It horrified me. I watched the episode in the dark once and had to sleep with the lights on for weeks. Like, kids need this nowadays. Courage the Cowardly Dog came out November 12, 1999, ending in 2002, November 22nd. That was a good run. So, overall story, you get a farmer named Eustace, his wife Muriel, and this little purple dog named Courage. And Courage has to protect their family from a whole bunch of evil demons and psycho things coming everywhere at them for no reason. Even talking about the show gives me chills. I mean, there are episodes to this day I refuse to watch alone. Like, I kind of hate to say it because I gotta edit pictures in, but that mask or that weird blob thing that came in at the end, that show was terrifying. It was creepy. Like, I still give my claps to it because I'll watch it any day, but if you want to get scared, to this day, it will still scare you. Courage the Cowardly Dog is A class, A class. Clap, clap, clap. Number 3. Number 3 is a fan favorite of a lot of people I know. Ben to the Tennyson. Ben 10 is my number 3 cartoon. Now, every boy that grew up December 27th, 2005 was in love with Ben 10. We're not going to debate it. You all know you loved Ben 10. The idea of a crazy 10-year-old with a watch of awesome powers turning into awesome aliens excited the crap out of you, and you know it. The show was well written, had jokes. Then they had a bunch of spin-off series. They had Alien Force, you got Ultimate Alien, you got Omniverse. The show was just good. And on a personal note, everyone who knows me personally knows I'm a writer. If you don't know, check out my Wattpad, link in the description. And one of the cartoons, like Ben 10 was a huge inspiration for a cartoon I want to work on that I won't go into full details with, but it inspired me, honestly. Ben 10 has done so much for me as my childhood, and that's why I don't want to go deep into it, but they're rebooting it, and currently to me it's not looking good. Brad is probably gonna spam my YouTube page with the junk, but I'm not gonna judge it. I'm trying my hardest. I won't judge it until I see it. But they changed Stinkfly from green to blue now, and it's like, alien racism should be a thing. You can't change people's skin colors. But no, stop, Eric. Bad. You're not going that deep into the rabbit hole. You're going to number 2. Number 2. Number 2 goes to a Scooby, a Dooby, a Doo. Now, not the original Scooby-Doo. That's weird, right? Because a lot of my stuff has been the original. I'm talking about the 11th incarnation. If you don't know what the 11th incarnation is, I'm talking about April 5th, 2010. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, which is the longest running Scooby-Doo series with 52 episodes. Yeah, that's weird when you think that's the longest one. Now, why is Mystery Incorporated on here and not actual Scooby-Doo? Mystery Incorporated was real as hell. Now, I'm about to get into the details. Now, you have a pup named Scooby-Doo was going to go on this spot, because a pup named Scooby-Doo helped a lot of kids, like, get into the mysteries. It was funny, it was wacky. OG Scooby-Doo could have fit it into this spot because of all the real mysteries, but it wasn't as funny. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated hit you real. Now, originally I wasn't interested in it at all. I was just like, oh, new Scooby-Doo, I kind of grew out of that. Till one Halloween it was on, I decided to watch it. and the episode creeped me out, honestly, and I was like, what is this? So I started rewatching it. They had jokes, funny jokes that fit in with the time period. Like I don't remember the exact episode, but there was a part where the mayor held a town meeting and was like, hey, if I haven't added you on Facebook, stop poking me. Meeting adjourned. And I was like, what the heck am I watching? And it got real to this point where I'm not saying who, spoiler free, but, well, of course, not none of the main characters. People died. Characters died in that show. People were injured in that show. This wasn't your granddad Scooby-Doo. People were getting messed up. The monsters were scary and spooky. Things were legit serious. There were relationships. There were relationship problems. I felt more connected to these Scooby-Doo characters than I've ever felt before in my life. And that's why I wanted more, but sadly did not get more. Now, I have sources that say the Scooby-Doo comic book, Scooby-Doo Apocalypse or whatever, is kind of like this, where it's more real. I might take a look into it eventually, but until then, Mystery Incorporated, holding it down. I loved you. This is it, guys. Number 1. Cartoon Network has been around for years. Years on years on years. Between 1997 and 2013, there is a huge number of cartoons that could have put as number 1. Code Lyoko, Johnny Test, Total Drama Island. There was a huge array of things that I loved growing up. But this is what impacted me the most getting to where I am today. I would not be anywhere in this world without Billy and Mandy. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is my number 1 cartoon from Cartoon Network to this day. It was beautiful, if Jim Carrey would let me quote him. Now, let me give you the details. Let me read off of this. Billy and Mandy was originally, for y'all that don't know, part of a series called Grim and Evil. Now, it was a short series. It didn't last long, where basically one episode is Billy and Mandy and the other episode is this show called Evil Con Carne. Now, Grim and Evil came out in late 2001. Billy and Mandy, though, creep face, I'm sorry, started coming out June 13th, 2003. That's totally different. So, what happened to Evil Con Carne? Evil Con Carne was also made by some of the people that made Billy and Mandy, but it wasn't as funny. As I said, it started off with the shorts Grim and Evil. Evil Con Carne, it was good. It was wacky. It had a good list of characters, but it just wasn't as funny for some reason that even I can't really say. Like, they had the block where they would show either Evil first or Grim first, and when you have two side by side, you can tell which one you liked more. And it was like they tried to have its own series, but that didn't last long. But Billy and Mandy, it kept kicking. Some of the characters from Evil Con Carne made appearances on Billy and Mandy just for the lulz. Like, General Scar was one of the main people on Evil Con Carne, and he said in the episode where he appeared, he quit his job after Evil Con Carne sold themselves out to the cartoon industry. So they were being blunt with, okay, we selling ourselves out. And let me just stop talking about that. Start talking about Billy and Mandy. Billy and Mandy was so good. From Destroy Us All to the Christmas specials to the Big Boogie Adventure. They had cameos, guest stars. They had hilarious plots. They had random action sequences. The show was perfect. It's laughter. I'm a true story. One time when I was supposed to be taking a test in school, I was watching Billy and Mandy. Because this is a show that to this day, you can just sit down, watch any episode, it doesn't even matter, and die laughing. Because the characters, they don't even have to be relatable. You have an evil little girl and a stupid boy. Then you have the Jamaican Grim Reaper. That's just comedy gold somehow. Like, I don't know how it works. I really don't, because they basically won the Grim Reaper in a game of limbo. Now he has to be their friends for the rest of eternity. It sounds dumb, but that was the beauty of the show, dumb plots. Like, the episode when Billy just wanted to go on a picnic and his dad kept popping out the bush yelling, "Ooga booga booga." It was just, no, that's courage. I'm sorry, I had to catch myself. Billy said, "Can you pass the egg salad?" And his dad popped up, "Raga flaga." It's honestly the greatest. I hope I can put it in right here.
Please pass the egg salad. Raga flaga! Ah! Somebody help me!
It is, let me just get off of that show. That was my top 10 list of cartoons that made my childhood. I know it was a little bit preachy, a little bit biased, but it's my childhood, not yours. And they made me who I am today, and I constantly will thank Cartoon Network for making such shows and allowing such shows. I mean, I couldn't even put like Adventure Time, a regular show, Steven Universe, We Bare Bears, all these things I watch currently, The Amazing World of Gumball, all of these shows I still watch. Like, out of all the networks that used to have cartoons, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network has still been going strong. And like, even their live action shows were better than Nickelodeon's and Disney's. Debatable, I know, but still. Cartoon Network, don't stop. Hire me. Keep making wonderful shows. Hire me. And you know, keep making kids happy. Keep inspiring the future by hiring me. I'm King ETL, and that's been my top 10 list. I'll see y'all later. Wipe.